Hey guys, this is Paul with Rook Digital, and we're going to jump in and make another recording so you can see the same presentation, get the same information, but also get a little bit of an over the shoulder where we'll go more in depth in a few items of your Google business profile that we haven't covered before. But this should give you really good information and insights so that even if you're not an expert, but you are a business owner and you want to see some progress, you want to see actual results. You'd like to see more phone calls today. You'd like to see more foot traffic walk into your office or your store or your shop. What we're going to cover right now in the next 20, 30 minutes is going to help you do that. These are very simple steps that you can take using 5 or 10 minutes a day. I mean, you can even do it in 5 or 10 minutes a week and get really good results here, maximizing your time because you've got other things to worry about. I mean, if you're an attorney, if you're running an HVAC company, you're a dentist, you run a med spa, you provide financial services, you have a lot on your plate already. You have a lot of responsibilities. You're doing multiple things. Becoming a marketing expert is just one more thing. It could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. That is not what this is meant to be. This is a quick intro so you can jump in and do a few things for yourself, do them well, and see more phone calls come in very quickly. So let's jump into the information here. What we're going to cover as we go through this, we will talk about your Google business profile. And then I'm also going to show you how to turn 3 free tools that you already have access to, Zoom, ChatGPT, and Google Notebook LM, into a simple system that produces blogs, social media, Google business profile posts every week without you becoming a full-time content creator or marketing guru. That's not what this is intended for. Right now, your customers are drowning in information. They make snap decisions in seconds, really. And if you don't show up clearly and consistently where they're looking, you simply don't exist. That is the game that we're playing. Let me pause right here. We're going to jump out. We're going to go live. We're going to look at a Google business profile, and we're going to cover what I consider foundational. These are the basics that you should have, the things that you should do weekly, if not monthly at the bare minimum for your business. And let's talk about what we're able to do and how we can make things happen and get you more calls overnight. Okay, guys, we're looking here at just a basic dummy Google business profile we set up so we can use it as an example and change things whenever we want. But here are the things that you need to go through. Number one, your profile. When you log in onto Google under your business name, the email you use to set up your Google business profile, search for your business. You're going to find it right here. So number one thing that you need to do, make sure you have all the basic information filled out and do a good job of it. Okay. Business name, business category. A category is important. That ties you to the searches that are being done. That's what helps you pop up in the maps back at the top of searches. Now, concerning zero-click search, you guys have all heard about it. You've seen some of it. You're probably falling victim to it, and you're not even sure why. Here's a quick question you can ask yourself to know, are you a victim of zero-click search? It's really easy. Are your rankings just as strong as they were before, but you're seeing less traffic to your website and getting less phone calls? If that is a yes, and it most likely is, then you're a victim of zero-click search. The way to fight back against that is to actually show up in the zero-click options, which is your Google business profile. If you're a local business, if you serve a regional area, even if you're a national brand and you have business locations, offices throughout the country, you need to be focusing on your local search engine optimization. Part of that is done here in categories. Pick the category that serves you best. You can have up to 10 categories. If you're not sure what categories fit you, just start typing in the services that you offer. And Google will jump in and fill it for you. Heating contractor, heating oil supplier, heating equipment, health insurance, eating disorder. There you go. Plenty of options. Choose up to 10 that fit you the best. Your description, again, you're allowed a certain number of characters in here. You can see down here, you're allowed 750 characters. Fill that out as completely as you can using the location or different cities that you're serving, and also the different services that you provide. Make sure those are contained right here in your business description, because Google's going to drag this information out and determine if you should be in the search for that person that just popped up. Okay. Opening date, put a date in there. If you don't know the exact date, put an approximate date. It's not going to hurt. Throw in a phone number. Chat, definitely use this because that's going to allow you to collect information and have an ongoing conversation with any potential client, but now you're doing it at their convenience. Really simple and easy to do. Select the number. I'd put your own phone number or your office number if you can receive text there. Or if you have a designated person in your office that fields incoming calls and text messages, put that in there and save it. Now it's as simple as a click to call or a click to text to reach out to you. Make sure your website is updated. Social profiles, you should have the basics in here. If you do not have social profiles, if you think, hey, I'm in an industry where I don't need them, I'm some kind of manufacturing, people never find me on social, that may be true. And it may never actually drive you leads, but create your social profiles and put them in here. Even if it has nothing more than your branding, your contact information, your website on there, that will add value. The reason I say that is social profiles become an entity link. They expand your digital footprint and make your business appear more trustworthy and more verified on the internet, which leads to higher rankings in search engines, giving you more phone calls. It also leads to more trust with the AI tools. The more entities you have linked together, when I say entities, I mean your business website, your business LinkedIn page, your TikTok account, your Facebook, Instagram, X account, any of those are considered entities. Each one standing alone gives your business a little bit of clout, a few points towards your trust score. When you link those entities together, which you can do right here by adding your social profiles, linking those, now they become one combined score. Instead of 5 points for Facebook and 5 points for X and 2 points for Instagram and 10 points for your website, now it becomes one combined score. Makes it easier for you to beat your competitors with a higher trust score, which will rank you higher up in the search engines, drive more traffic and new business to you, and also earn the trust you need to become the cited expert with AI tools, tools like ChatGPT, like Grok, like Perplexity, Google's Gemini overviews. You need to add those. You may not see a lot of value in them right now, but trust me, it's not something you want to miss out on. Business location, add that in. Areas served, you can put in list specific cities that you serve. You can put a region, you can put states, you can put the entire country, whatever you want to do. No problem. Business hours, make sure those are up to date. Special hours, these would be holiday hours. You can set these for the entire year in advance. If you know you're taking off all the major holidays, go ahead and put that in here because, again, it's one more thing you have done to be up to date and current with people who are searching for services that Google likes to see, and they'll reward you for it. Any kind of access that you have, make sure you include these. More from the business, put in a bigger description about who you are, what you do, the type of services you offer. Just expand on the information you've already had in there. Accessibility, really simple. Amenities, same thing, pretty self-explanatory. Crowd, parking, planning, and then service options. Include all of that. Fill out a little bit. It doesn't have to be, don't slave over this content that you're including in here. Just get in and add something. You can always go up back and refresh it and increase it over time. But the important thing is you put something in there right now. Next thing you want to cover are reviews. Any reviews that you have, you want to go in and be able to respond to those reviews. Also, if you're not collecting reviews, use the Get More Reviews tab. You can send out a link right here. You can copy this QR code and use it for advertising purposes. When people scan it, it will land them right there on your page to leave stars and a comment. It can't be any faster than that. Reviews are one of the single largest factors in how high you're going to rank in the Google Maps pack. Photos. Make sure you add photos for everything in here. Cover photo, your logo definitely, and then start adding other photos that humanize your business. Adding team photos, adding action photos, add photos of the exterior of your business, the interior of your business. Do a recording on your cell phone. Do a walkthrough of your business from the street saying, hey, here's where we are on the street. There's the businesses next to us on the north side. Those are the ones on the south. That's who across the street from us. Here's our front entrance. This is right where you're going to come in to talk with us. Walk in that front door. There's your welcome desk. Here's our offices. This is where the magic happens in the back. This is our, whatever it is, your operating room, your conference room where you meet with new clients and discuss business deals and contracts or upcoming procedures for medical, whatever it might be. Give a tour through there so people can see what it is. The more you can do to convince somebody up front before they've made the decision to speak with you, to convince them you're the best, the more likely they are to make the decision to speak with you. So include videos, include photos, include pictures of each of your team members doing whatever they do, providing the service. If they go out to a customer's location, get pictures of that, of the work actually being done. Show before and after photos. Use it to your advantage. Update your photos or add to your photos regularly. Now, posts. This is Google's direct answer to Facebook. Years ago, 10, 12 years ago, Facebook became the place to advertise for your business. The setup was simple and it got a lot of traction. Might have been hard to track specific interactions that led to business, but everybody knew if you advertise your business on Facebook, it increased sales. Well, Google didn't want to lose that traffic to Facebook, so they came out with posts, Google Business Posts. Think of it just like a Facebook post. You can put in here anything that is useful to your information or valuable information to put out to the community, to potential customers, upcoming sales, upcoming events, whatever it is. You can see you've got three you can choose from. This is an update. Hey, we're adding a new service or a new product to our listing right here. This is an offer. Hey, we've got something for sale. We're going to have a big sale coming up for this holiday weekend, whatever it is. Here's an event. We're putting on something. We'd like you to come join us. Great. Choose which one it is. Add your description. Put in there, it's a short, think of it as a very short article. You can use up to 1,500 characters. You don't have to use all of them. Make sure what you add here is to the point, is descriptive of what it is you're talking about. And again, include the city or the areas that you're presenting this service or product. Also, the service or product. Use the phrases you like to rank on. Include those in there. Then once you do that, add some kind of an image. You can select multiple. You can add videos. Test which one works best for you. And then if you're doing this ahead of time, you can click here and you can schedule, hey, I want to go out, I want it to go live on this day at this time. That's great. You can go in here and you can put in a month's worth of posts. You can put in 6 months or even a year's worth of posts if you want to get it all done. But I would recommend sit down here, do it once for the entire month. Try to do a couple of posts per week. That is only 8 posts per month. If you slim it down to the very bare minimum, that is 8 short posts, 8 short blogs, articles, whatever you want it to be. 8 different things you're talking about. It could just be going through 8 different services you offer. 8 different images, schedule all 8 of them, and then make sure you add your button here. Okay, you've got some options. I would not recommend this, none. That means there's no auction or no action to be taken. This here is your call to action. So always encourage them to do something that benefits your business. Book a time with you, order that product online, buy it online, learn more. If you use this one, it should lead them back to your website, to an article or the service page or the product page where they can find out more details, and still it's leading down the sales funnel towards that purchase. Sign up now. If you're going to click on that, make sure it goes to a page on your website that is preloaded and outlined where they can fill in contact information, name, add a credit card, actually sign up or purchase something. Probably the most useful for a lot of you will be Call Now. That is very simple. Call Now. You put in the phone number you want them to call, post it, and now it's a click to call. They're looking for a service. I need a personal injury attorney. We just had a little accident and I need to speak to somebody. Let's see who's nearby, who's really good. Oh, I like this business listing. There's your click to call. Okay, performance. This is just for you to see what's happening, how many calls you're getting, how many clicks, texts that you're getting, how many people have booked with you, how many people have looked for directions, how many people have clicked over to your website. Just basic analytics for you to track. But you will see as you get in here and you start putting in posts regularly and you start adding new video, new photographs of your business and the things you do on a regular basis, all of these numbers will trend up. Advertise, this is paid advertising. You can jump in there and do it if you want. We're not going to cover that right now. If you sell products, this is where you put them. Add your products there. If you are providing services, go ahead and add those in here. And you can list out service by service, what the service entails, and then a price range. Bookings, this is where you can add a link to go to a booking page on your site, or you can integrate a couple of different tools that will allow people to book right here through Google Business Profiles. I prefer you add a link to your website where you have more control over that booking and more access to the data as it comes through for marketing purposes. Again, this is how to get reviews, then any other profiles. If you fill all of this out as completely as you can, and then add to it once a week, once a month, it's all relative to your market. Are your competitors adding new posts and pictures in there weekly? Well, you probably need to match their pace. Are you in a market where maybe you are manufacturing or construction, something along those lines, where this is kind of an afterthought and people only add something here once every 5 or 6 months? Well, great. You know what? Do it once a month. And now you're way ahead of your competitors. Google is going to favor you more heavily and want to send you more business because you are actively using the tool that they've given you. And the more you use that tool, the better you make Google. So you make Google better, Google sends you more business. Use all of these things to your advantage. Okay, now let's jump back in to the slides that we were covering right here. We were saying you need to grab your customer's attention very quickly. I mean, they're making decisions on the fly. And if you're not front and center what they're looking at, you will never be included in their decision making. That call for a new HVA system, for a new security system, for window replacement, maybe for a dental visit, or seeing the pediatrician, needing an attorney who they can count on. You're going to miss out on that if you're not even part of the conversation. When I say your customers make very quick decisions, they do because they're overloaded with media right now. The average person is spending 11 hours on social media. That's a lot. If you measure the amount of scrolling that takes place by one person in a day, it is as much as a 30-story building. That is crazy. And then, of course, the percentage of Google searches that end with no clicks. So that means they get on Google, they search for attorney near me, auto mechanic near me, car repair near me, whatever it might be. Google pulls up the search engine results page. They show the local Google business profiles in the map right there and some websites. They also show Google's Gemini overviews, the AI generated answers. And then also the people also ask the question and answers that pop up. They're going to land on there. More than 50% of those searches are being answered by one of those Google assets. They're not actually clicking through to your website. Now, if you're doing a good job and you're combating the zero-click search, that means you're showing up and the people also ask. You got to be using the right strategy so Google sees you as an expert and puts you in this people also ask section as the answer. Or you're showing up with your Google business profile at the top of the search results, which means if you're one of the 3 businesses listed at the top of the search results, out of the available clicks, you and 2 other people are going to be splitting roughly 70% of the new business. So you've got to be there. You need to combat the zero-click search. Okay, so make sure, number one, you're showing up where your customers are looking and that you're able to grab their attention. Now, next up, um, local searches. Again, this is anybody, if you're a business owner and people walk into your office, they walk into your shop, they show up at your place of business ready to purchase something and buy products. You know, you own a restaurant, you own a dental practice, you have a law firm, you're an accounting company, HVAC, auto repair, anything like that. You serve a local market or maybe a regional market, you need to show up in the local searches. Okay. Local searchers, people there looking for something nearby, they aren't just browsing, they're shopping. Okay. If someone types in emergency dentist near me or best HVAC company in San Antonio or Phoenix, they are planning to call a business or visit a business very soon. 28% of those searches result, or yeah, 28% of those searches result in a purchase within 48 hours. That is a very fast turnover in your sales cycle if you can be seen in the conversation, right? So make sure that you're taking advantage of that and you're defeating the zero click with the right strategies. AI tools are coming into the mix. Things like ChatGPT are starting to steal large amounts of traffic from Google. Traffic that historically would go to your website is now disappearing. Between ChatGPT stealing traffic from Google and Google using AI overviews and Gemini to steal traffic from you, you need to make sure that you're really getting involved. So the information that you provide to your customers needs to do a few things. When an AI tool is providing a citation or an answer, they're basically asking three questions. They're saying, is this real, the information that they can provide? Is it helpful? And if I want to use this answer and cite this person or this website or this business, is it from someone who clearly knows what they're talking about? So having regular expert content on your site and updating it and on your Google business profile, it checks all three boxes. That makes you the expert go-to guy that both search engines and AI tools feel comfortable quoting or citing as the expert, putting your answer out there so people find you. Again, you're combating zero-click search right there. When your blog, when your social posts on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, especially Google Business Profile posts, when they all reinforce the same expertise, you begin to look like the obvious choice to both the people doing the searches and the algorithm, AI and Google. That's how you earn visibility and trust over time. Now, the biggest objection that I hear from a lot of small to medium sized business owners is I don't have time to create content, right? So instead of asking you to go out and write more content, we're going to let you talk about your expertise and let AI do the heavy lifting. Here are the tools that we're going to use. Okay, Zoom. You can get a free Zoom account. This is not going to cost you any extra money. You just need to use it. A free Zoom account. ChatGPT. You can get a free ChatGPT account. It is limited, but it's not likely you're going to be creating more content on there than they want to give you. And then Notebook LM through Google. Again, you can get a free account. These are all tools that you can use individually. We're going to show you how to combine them and be very effective and save some of your time. Okay, so first tool here is Zoom. What we want you to do is get on there and you're going to act like an expert. This shouldn't be an awkward conversation, but you're going to go do a little bit of research in your market. What are the frequently asked questions by your potential customers? Make a list of those for yourself. Look at your competitors' websites. All of them have frequently asked questions. Go through their frequently asked questions and grab any that stand out, like, oh, hey, that's a good question. I didn't think of that one, but I get that all the time. Great. Add that to your list, right? Then you're going to get on your free Zoom account and you're going to record yourself on a video call. Nobody else on there. I mean, you could have somebody on there to ask you the questions and you answer if you want, but you're just going to record this and Zoom is going to record all of it and create a transcript for you. Okay. Think of this as going out and having coffee with your best customer. You're already answering these questions all day. We just hit record once on Zoom, so you never have to answer them from scratch again. That 10-minute Zoom or 20-minute, I would try to expand on it. If you can get 20 or 30 minutes, even better. That helps you go really in depth on your knowledge, proving you're an expert. Okay. That 10 to 30-minute Zoom becomes fuel for an entire month or even a few months of marketing content. Step two, you're going to take the transcript that you get from Zoom, and you're going to turn it into blogs and posts using ChatGPT. Okay. You don't need to sit there and stare at a blank screen, think, what am I going to do? No, you just shared your expertise. Zoom turned it into a transcript. You're going to save that transcript as a PDF, upload it to your free ChatGPT account, and then you're going to ask ChatGPT to write a blog for you using this information. Now, why is this valuable? Because by uploading your answers from that Zoom transcript into ChatGPT, you are training ChatGPT to sound like you. Now, would I recommend, well, I can skip the first part, get rid of Zoom. I'll just jump in and ask ChatGPT to write me an article about why children need to see dentists starting at age 4. No, I wouldn't, because you're going to get generic, same content that anybody else who asked that question is going to get. But when you train it to sound like you and to give the answers you would give, you're taking the hard part out of it, and you've now customized that content to represent your brand and the way you do business, right? The result here is that you give it that transcript, then you ask it specific questions, it will produce content. Go ahead and edit for accuracy. Go ahead and edit it so it shows your personality. But the result that you get is that one conversation can become multiple blogs, multiple social media and Google Business Pro posts, it can be multiple updates, and all of that content is aligned with your brand voice and your message. And this, you can come up with 2 to 3 months worth of blogs and social media posts in about 15 minutes. Incredibly fast. Use these AI tools to your advantage. Don't think of it as artificial intelligence. That will get you in trouble. Flip it around the other way. Instead of looking at it as AI, look at it as IA, intelligence augmentation. It is making your intelligence better. It is putting it out into the written word faster. It's saving you time while at the same time letting you be effective and efficient with your knowledge and your expertise, and proving your expertise in a much bigger way. The third tool, Notebook LM. This is a free account from Google. It is somewhat limited the things you can do in a free account, but I think the lowest tier of a paid account, which would give you access to all of the cool tools that they offer, is like $8 or $10 a month. It is really cheap. It is the best marketing money that you will spend on your own. Okay, so think of it like this. Notebook LM is like having a very smart assistant who's read every document, every article, every blog post that you've ever written. It's listened in on all of your sales calls. It's listened in on all of your troubleshooting and strategy calls. And it is going to represent you and your company. So instead of asking a generic AI, hey, let's do this or that, no, you're going to take that same transcript that you used to load into ChatGPT, you're going to add it to Notebook LM. You're going to take all of the blogs that you just created in ChatGPT and all of the social posts, you're going to dump those into Notebook LM. Now you've trained Notebook LM again to be your brand voice. It will speak like you, it will think like you, it will share the information that you would share. Notebook LM can again create blogs for you. It can create service pages and FAQs. It can do transcripts. It has a few really simple tools in there that you can say, hey, here's a blog that I've written. I would like you to create an image for this blog. Click the button, and within a couple of minutes, you'll have an image that matches what your blog is talking about. And it does a really good job. You can say, you know what, this is a long, in-depth article right here that I created using a Zoom interview and a ChatGPT to edit it and lay it out. It covers a lot of important steps. Give me an infographic that explains this. And within a couple of minutes of clicking that button, it produces an infographic that is trained exactly on what you gave it. It's not bringing in outside material. It's not referencing other stuff it finds on the internet. It is only working based on the transcript and the documents that you uploaded that are 100% you and your business. One other thing you can do with Notebook LM is you can ask for a video. Say, hey, based on this article, give me a quick explainer video. Click the button for video. 5 or 10 minutes later, you have a pretty well produced video talking about your service or your product or your business location or an upcoming event. Again, all of this is done in minutes, and then you can use the same material to put it out there on all of your social media channels, on your website blog, adding to your business service pages, anywhere else you want. But most importantly, make sure after you put it on your business blog, the next place it goes is your Google business profile. All of that begins linking your entities together, proving you're an expert to search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo, but also linking the entities proves your trust with the AI tools like ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, whatever tool you like to use out there. That is how you become the cited expert, one of the biggest things that you can do. Change your thinking a little bit. If you have a location, a local business that needs to bring in local consumers, local customers and clients, Google Business Profile. You need to view that as your new homepage. People see your photos, they read your reviews, they skim your posts, and they will tap call without ever visiting your site. That's why reusing your weekly blog content as GBP posts and images is going to be so powerful. Okay. Now make sure your reviews are good. You can see right there, 71% of consumers won't consider a business under 3 stars. If you got a problem there, reach out to us. There's some things you can do to fix that. But you want to be at the top of the 3 pack. As long as you're one of the 3 businesses listed there, you've got a great shot at recouping a whole bunch of the zero-click search that Google has routed away from your website, but you have much less competition, so your conversion rate should be a lot higher. This is just a quick overview of what you could do. It's a plan you can follow weekly, 45 minutes a week. Instead of wondering what you're going to post every day, you just follow this same rhythm. Then over the next 90 days, if you go through this once a week, you'll build a serious library of content about your services, about your city, and that's what search engines and AI tools will lean on when they're deciding who to show up at the top. Who's going to get that citation? Who's going to be the answer? Who's going to be the trusted voice for this industry in this location? Now, search engines and AI tools love patterns. That's all it is. It's math looking for the most popular, most consistent patterns. When they see months of consistent, helpful content from you on your site and on Google's own Google's properties, you start to look less like just another business, and you're positioning yourself as the go-to authority in your area. Google and AI tools are not going backwards. Okay? Zero click and AI answers are here to stay for the foreseeable future. The real question is, will they be summarizing your expertise or your competitors? A couple of ways you can move forward. If you don't have a marketing agency, that's not a problem. I just outlined a plan for you that if you commit to, then you're already going to be able to win. Commit to being the expert. You already are. Just put it out there in print, and then everything else can be systemized and outsourced. Now, if you don't want to do that, if it's too much work, you don't have the time, no problem. We can help you with that. That's exactly what we do. We covered this right at the end. Do you want the secret signal that will skyrocket your results? We've been talking about this for a while, and in the last few years, it's become very obvious that this is incredibly powerful. Okay? Look at these results. You can see here when we hit September and we applied some new information to a website, we see a spike from around 500 rankings to up to about 900 rankings. It almost doubled overnight. You can see here in March, we applied those same signals and we've got a pretty steady trajectory climbing up. Right here, we applied those same signals in September for this client, and there's a pretty big jump from around 700 searches a month on average up to over 2,000. That is significant rankings. But what is this amazing signal? It's this right here. What you're looking at is that signal. Okay, but what is it? Well, it's structured data. It's the secret language that helps AI tools understand and categorize your website's content. So basically, we're applying a new layer of structured data strategically to the important parts of your website so that when AI comes in, AI is able to read their own language. It makes sense. They trust it more. That's what gives you the skyrocketing data right there. That's what pushes your results up. That adds a layer of trust and understanding that AI tools can't resist. They want to use you as the go-to expert in your market. They want to cite you because they know exactly what it is you're providing as a service or a product. They know exactly the markets that you help. They know exactly how you work, what somebody's experience with you will be, the kind of expertise you have, the authority that you've built up, and the trust that you've established in your market over the years that you've been in business. The structured data code, layering that over properly structured fundamentals, is what gives you the results like this. I hope that's useful. Refer back to this video as much as you will like to. If you have individual questions and you'd like to hear more from us for your specific problem or market, feel free to reach out. We'd love to talk to anybody here. If you get into it and you decide it's more work than you want to take on, or you want a higher level of execution in the work being done, please reach out to us. That's exactly what we do.